Hey, good morning, YouTubers, and welcome back to my channel, the Virginia Bushcrafter. And today I am going to be concentrating on something for a confident booster. And I always say, and we know that it is a known practice, that shelter is one of the most important things when it comes to bushcrafting. Now, starting out as a bushcrafter, the Lean-To Tarp Shelter was and still is my go-to. And I think this is just by demonstrating a lean-to step-by-step, that it will be a confident booster for many content creators or bushcrafters that have not been into the bush or looking forward to going into the bush. So my advice, if you're not in the bush, go to a local park or go to your backyard. Now, I am at a local park today, and this is a park that, of course, you cannot cut down any greenery. You cannot cut down any dead standing wood or remove any wood. So this is a situation where I'm going to be using trekking poles. So let me get started and I'll bring you right back. So guys, this is the poncho in this small bag that is going to be used for the tarp shelter. It is 5 by 7. So I'm going to spread this out and show you the poncho itself. Hey guys, before I spread this on the ground and show it to you, here is one of the purposes of a poncho. It is more or less can be a raincoat, or it can be used as shelter. It does have a hood that can be used when it's raining, or this hood can be used as a rain catchment system. But as you can see, my arms are extended. That is the rear. This is the front. Okay, so it has numerous purposes. I'm going to go ahead and spread this out on the ground, and I'll bring you back. Okay, so you can see how well the camouflage poncho blends with the bush floor. So again, this can be used as shelter just by wearing it to keep the rain off of you. It can be used as a lean-to, which I'm getting ready to demonstrate. But I just want to show you, here it is, 5 by 7 poncho. And here again, if you notice, it's the hood that can be used as a rain catchment as well. Okay guys, as you can see, I have the 5 by 7 poncho spread out on the ground. Now again, this is going to be a lean-to tarp shelter. So the first thing that I'm going to do, as you can see, I'm going to stake out a grommet here, one on the left side, in the middle, and on the right corner. So I'm going to stake those out, and then I'm going to raise the tarp maybe to waist level. Okay, as you can see, The left corner is pegged down. The center is pegged down. And the right corner is pegged down. The next step will be to lift the front end. So I'm going to be using paracord and trekking pole. So guys, I want to show you what I've done to one side and then I'll show you on the other. But what I did is took some paracord and a toggle and run it through the grommet. And I turned the trekking pole upside down and wrapped the paracord around it 7 times and brought the paracord out to a 45-degree angle and staked it down. So I'm going to do the same thing on the other side, and I'm going to bring you along with me. Okay guys, I'm just going to make a very simple loop. I'm going to run this through the grommet. Through the grommet. I'm going to put a toggle through the paracord, and as you can see, now I'm going to turn the trekking pole upside down, and I'm going to wrap the paracord around the end of it 7 times. Let's put you in focus here. I just use 7 for good measures. It can be 3, it can be 8. So now I'm going to guide this out at a 45-degree angle, and I'll bring you back. All right guys, as you can see, I have guided this out using a 45-degree angle. But I used a taut line hitch to secure the tarp. You can pull it downward. You can see it loosens the tarp, but you just pull it upward. See, if you pull it upward, it then tightens it. So this is the shelter that is almost complete. Now, this shelter has a lot of benefits. I don't find anything that is, I could say is con against it, but for one thing, this tarp will protect you from the weather. It will protect you from the rain, the sun, and any other inclement weather. So, as you can see, this will protect you. As I'm underneath the tarp, it will protect you from the weather. Another good thing about the lean-to shelter is that it keeps you safe against predators at night, because you can be here underneath and have a fire directly in front of you, and that will somewhat keep predators away. In addition to, with the fire being right here, move some paper. In addition, with the fire being right here in front of you, 3 feet away, it's going to keep you warm. And also, it will protect your campfire, because if the wind is blowing from the back, this will protect your campfire. And one thing I really like about the tarp is that they are lighter and they're more portable than a tent. And this is a good choice for hikers and backpackers, having a tarp as opposed to a tent. The tarps, they're more compact than tents, so they will also take up less space in your rucksack. And again, for demonstration purposes, this took me a while, but once it becomes muscle memory, they're very fast and easy to pitch. And the good thing about it, you can also pitch this with a rectangular tarp. I've done it before with a 9x12, and so this is a rectangular tarp 5x7. So it works both ways. And the good thing about it, you can pitch this without a ridge line. As you see here, I use trekking poles because the location that I'm in, you really cannot attach a lot of things to the wood, to the tree. And again, it gives you good headroom, good interior space. And another thing that I really like about this is that you get a 270-degree vision. So if I am under the tarp, I can see to my right, my left, and in front of me. And that's very good at night, because at night the only thing I have to do is just stand up and turn my flashlight on just for observation. So this is a very good confident builder, but I'm going to show you how you can even make more space by pulling out the back. All right, guys, to make more headroom, you can see that I took the hood portion and I guided it out to a tree using a trucker's hitch knot. So guys, this again, I just wanted to show you, this is more or less of a confident booster for anyone who has had any hesitation about making a shelter. Again, you can go to your local park, you can go to your backyard, and you can go to the bush and experiment with making the simplest, most simplistic shelter there is, a lean-to shelter. Again, now you can make this with a ridge line, or you can use trekking poles, or just pull tree branches from Mother Nature. It is all basically fundamentals. Again, so this is a very, I think this is a very, very good shelter for many reasons. And again, I think it's because it's going to protect you from the rain, the sun, and any other inclement weather. It's going to keep you safe against predators at night because you are sheltered in the back, and you have a 270-degree angle. You can look 90 degrees from the front, to the right, and to the left, so you have good visibility. And all you have to do at night is just stand up above the shelter and shine your flashlight back to see if, to observe anything. So, and again, I like tarps because they're light and they're portable. They're much more portable than a tent, so this is really good for hikers and backpackers. And the tarps, they are somewhat more compact than a tent, so that takes up less space in my backpack. And these lean-to shelters are very, very easy and quick to pick. And again, this is a 5x7. You can do this with, which is a rectangular. You can do this with a square tarp just as well, a 10x10 or 8x8. And again, it has good interior headroom. It's good interior. You have a lot of headroom. And again, one of the main things I like about it is the visibility. Again, I can stand up, look behind me, look to my left and to my right. The only con that I have about the lean-to shelter is poor wind and rain protection. You're not going to get much rain protection from this, but again, it will protect you from the rain. So guys, again, just practicing your skills. And again, shelter is the number one. This is a poncho that can be used to keep the rain off of you. It can help keep you warm, and it can be made, it can make you a tarp, make you a shelter. So here again, this is the lean-to, but you also can make an A-frame out of this just as well. So guys, just as a confident booster, if you've had any hesitation about actually making a shelter, just go out and practice. That's all it is. You're going to make mistakes. The region that I'm in has very, very, very tough dirt. As you can see, tent pegs have been bent. So you're going to run into different situations. Another tent peg that is bent. But that's a good experience. So guys, I'm going to sit here and rest a while in this heat and just do some people watching and enjoy Mother's nature. I'll come back to you real soon. Well guys, I hope you have enjoyed this little video as a confident booster for anyone who has any hesitation about making a shelter. Again, the most simplistic shelter is a lean-to. So I'm going to recap everything I did really quickly. So again, starting off with the lean-to shelter that is made from a poncho. It's just a matter of going to the back, securing the left, the middle, and the right with tent pegs. You want to get that very tight and sturdy. And you simply, if you do not have a ridge line that you can attach to 2 trees, you can use 2 tree branches. And if you don't have that, you can use trekking poles, which I did in this case. You just pull up the trekking poles to maybe chest level. You insert a toggle if you choose to, or you can just put the paracord through the grommet. But I like to use the toggle because there's less stress on the grommet. If you're not really familiar with knots, you can just wrap it around the branch 7 times, 3 to 7 times. guide it out 45-degree angle and peg and stick it down. And here I use a taut line hitch knot, or you can use any other knot just to keep this tight and firm. I did the exact same thing on the other side. Now that is sufficient space for me. I have stayed in these overnight. They're comfortable. Again, if it's raining hard, you're not going to get a lot of protection if it's coming in from the front or from the sides. But nevertheless, it's going to protect you from the rain, sun, and any inclement weather. And it has good interior space. And to increase the interior space, I just took the hood portion and guided it out to a large tree, because this is not going to be permanently attached. Used a trucker's hitch knot, or you can use any other knot as long as this is tight, and this pulls out the back to give you additional space. So guys, again, this is for any and everyone, but more specifically for anyone who has had any doubt about making a shelter. This is, again, very simple, quick and easy to pitch, and I would definitely suggest this to anyone who is thinking about bushcrafting or doing any camping. It's the very first shelter that I used, and I used it many times. So guys, with that said, I am going to remove the shelter, and I am going to do a nice quick 1 mile hike with my rucksack on my back, which is very light today. So guys, with that said, and as always, like father and son, mother and daughter, human and nature, we are all akin in some form or fashion. Get out in the bush and have some fun. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next video.